Here we are back again with game 2. We've got pretty good 4-drop in our hand, but unlocked potential isn't what you want to see with a hand full of nothing. And we have a ton of 2-drops, so we will mulligan this hand. Or redraw as it were. See, here's some of them now. We'll show him justice for the moment. Against Feln, Feln has a bunch of hard removal that removes our units regardless of cost, but I still think it's worth it to play the Awakened Student first. Plays around the Annihilate, starts building up immediately, allows us to play a 3-drop on curve if we want to. Whereas if we play the Urgent Port Soldier, we're sort of priced into playing the Awakened Student next in order to get maximum value. On the flip side, the Urgent Point Soldier could attack if he played some kind of 3-power unit, whereas we might not want to attack with the Awakened Student. However, here we are definitely attacking. I think we can afford to save unlock potential for a while. We've got a couple units in our hand. Unfortunately, unless we draw a time sigil, we can't actually play the Karmic Guardian. Interesting. 3-color. The question is, what's the splash? Because just because he played the time sigil last does not necessarily mean that it's not a primary color. Unfortunate. So he almost certainly will not block here, so this attack is pretty free. But the value that Serpent Trainer is going to get for him is going to be mildly annoying, as we cannot play the Karmic Guardian to stall his board. So we'll play our second best option, the Xenon Guardian. I still would really like to get Crown Watch to buff up the Karmic Guardian, but if that's not to be, we might put it on the Guardian instead. Again, the most likely combination is that he's Felon splashing something nuts in time, but it's possible that he's Elation splashing something in Shadow, probably removal, but hit more Shadow Sigils than he expected. See, Feeding Time is a splash card. Now I'm priced into playing Crown Watch Cavalry, and I think I need to play it on my Argent Port Soldier, otherwise he'll just happily trade his Serpent Hatchling for it. So now he has to be a little bit worried about dying on the ground, as if he does attack with all his units. I have lethal. Wow, a Skycrack Leverage. That's interesting. Not the sort of card you expect to see. Does he have lethal? In the air. That's 6, 9, 14, so yes he does. So we need to force him to block here. And that will mean that we are losing a unit and trading off. We lose this and trade this either way, but we do need to attack with everything. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to punish him for committing to the board like this. Interesting, he's deciding to trade instead. He could have something that buffs his guys. No. See, it makes much more sense to block this guy and trade with my 2-2. Or trade anyways. He does have to worry about fast spells. There are a couple pump spells in Time and Justice that would take him out here. But I anticipate that he will block the 3/3 and trade with the 2/2. Yes, as the expected blocks. And that puts us to almost, but not quite dead. So we will play our 2 threats and see what happens. My opponent needs to put us under threat. Otherwise we'll just have time to build up our board. But they also need to worry about dying since they are on 2 health. How many units will we attack with? 1. 2. If our opponent makes this attack, which they have, and we draw Justice Sigil, or any sigil, Mithril Mace will allow us to take out one of his blockers, and we will sneak in underneath them. Unless he has some kind of trick. But it does not appear that he does. And we go quickly up 2-0. It's looking good for the rest of the draft. Hope to see you back again in Game 3.